Hey, Mike Famansky back here with Kingdom Rally Point. Look, we covered a little bit of foundations, your foundations one course. Now we're going to get into foundations two, because I think we want to make sure that we're very clear on how to keep your church safe from any kind of lawsuits, legal implications, things like that. Number one thing is we're a spiritual support ministry. We're not a counseling clinic. Okay. We're not here to teach you and uplift you and give you the skills necessary to be a clinician. That's not what we're all about. What we are about is being a spiritual foundational ministry where we can basically reach veterans and where they are. But in the end of the day, guys, you control your story. You never have to share more than you don't want to. You don't have to dive in. We're going to come up with a 90-day checklist. You don't need to do all 90 days. You're going to find out what works for you. But we want to just give you the things needed to really help you in this ministry with veterans. We believe that there's a calling out there. We believe that there's a lot of what I call GWAT veterans, Global War on Terrorism veterans, from that GWAT era. I'm one of them myself. My wife is as well. This is very near and dear to my heart. And so when I took on this challenge, I decided, this is an opportunity for me to not just try to reach as many veterans as I can. This is an opportunity to reach as many pastors, professionals, deacons, ministers, all throughout the United States and abroad. If I can reach them, they can reach hundreds of veterans themselves, and it's going to be even bigger. So welcome to Kingdom Rally Point. Let's talk about the biblical foundation of this. Look, shepherds protect their flock. That's in Acts 20:28. And 1 Peter 5:2 reminds leaders to guard the guide. See, boundaries are not a lack of faith. They're actually an expression of a faithful care. Just like before, talking about foundations, we're going to give you a clinical perspective. See, the role of clarity reduces harm. The basically the NCPTSD Clergy Support Toolkit. This emphasizes that knowing when to refer and not practicing beyond the scope and partnering with professionals. So this is important. We're going to define the simple stop rules, okay? So that the volunteers know what to do when the situation escalates beyond what they can care for. This is very important. This is a foundational skill. This is why it's in our foundations courses. So the practical application is, look, let's build your team with 3 core roles. What we want to do is you want to establish a facilitator, okay? The facilitator is going to be one that guides the groups, that maintains the norms, if you will, establishes even the norms, and then is a very good listener. We want the facilitator, to be able to have an open ear to the veterans as well as the other people in this veteran ministry, because they're going to hear it from both sides, okay? And then I would establish a care liaison. This care liaison would manage referrals and outside partnerships, because this is not a ministry you can do alone. In Foundations course number 1, we learned that one of the things you could do by the first Sunday is to establish a relationship with a local clinician. That might be a VA chaplain, that may be a VA doctor, a VA psychologist. It could be people outside of the VA. But ideally, we need a care liaison. This is a team effort. Veterans need specialized care beyond what normal people can probably fathom. And then finally, we want to establish an administrator. This is obviously going to be doing things like scheduling, developing forms, resource distribution. And just remember, stop rules are, if you hear any suicidal intent, any active plan of threats of harm, or signs of psychosis, stop immediately, express care, and initiate the referral process immediately. This is super important, okay? We don't want to be a part of a ministry that enables or ignores these signs, for sure. So the implementation. Look, document your scope. You can do it in 1 page. I call it a 1-page white paper. What we do, how we pray, how we present, what kind of groups, what kind of referrals, just basic things. And then you establish what we don't do. What we don't do is therapy. We don't offer legal advice, nor do we offer medical advice. This is very important to establish those boundaries of what the veteran can expect, as well as what the administrative and ministry team can expect. And then how do we handle the risk? 988. 988 is similar to 911 in most areas. It's a local emergency, and it's a handoff process. You can post this scope to people, volunteers, training materials, other things, but establish those protocols for that stop situation. Look, guys, boundaries actually build trust, believe it or not. In some of the next courses, we're going to create the 90-day launch plan so you can actually begin to wisely and substantially integrate this. So stay tuned for that 90-day launch plan. This is what's going to really bring this ministry into the full fold. Okay, it's going to really be impactful for your local community. And to be honest with you, it's not just going to help the veterans. I would venture to bet that those who volunteer for this program to serve as a minister, to serve as a care liaison, is actually going to receive great and tremendous benefits themselves. There's nothing greater than helping out God's children. So we look forward to you being a part of the Kingdom Rally Point. And let's just keep it growing, guys. Make sure you share, subscribe, share this with your friends. This is going to change the world for veterans.